So, as we all know, I bought this 15 euro dumb phone from AliExpress, and I used it for the last couple of days, and it's not bad. You don't really need anything more than a 4 GB micro SD card, at least in my experience, because the photos, I don't think they've ever reached like 40 kilobytes. That's right, kilobytes. So the photos are extremely tiny, and so are the videos. Same goes for the audio. It's like basically anything you take with the camera or with the microphone, it's just not gonna use up that much space. So anything beyond the 16 GB SD card limit, don't need it. Pointless. But there's something weird I noticed when I went back to the item listing. The specs are a bit, they're not right, I'd say, because it claims it has a 600 milliamp battery in the item description, but that's not true, because when I pop this off and pop this off, it says 1800 milliamp hours. That's not 800 milliamp hours or 600 milliamp hours, so there's no way that was just a spelling error, which is weird. Another thing I forgot to mention, that Tesla phone by not the Tesla car company, but another company called Tesla. Their phone wasn't $5 more than this. It's $15 more, twice the price of this phone. But yes, it is way more well built. It uses like better plastic. It feels better in your hand. It looks more polished compared to this. This looks like something of a prototype, honestly. It doesn't look nice. I don't really like the glossy buttons. I found them to like love fingerprints. They just love fingerprints. Look at that. So many fingerprints. What else is weird about this item description? Actually, not much else. I think the only problem was like the battery size being wrong and maybe the display size, because I don't believe this to be 2.4 inches. Like, yeah, that's slightly bigger than my watch's screen. How big is my watch screen again? Galaxy Watch 3 45mm. Oh wait.
I found these results.
Yeah, that isn't how big at all. Yeah, so the screen is definitely not 2.4 inches. If this entire watch, which is almost the same size as the screen, yes, I know, this is round, this isn't, like, I still don't think this can be 2.4 inches, if this is like 1.8 inches total size, excluding, like, not even including, it is including the screen, but I'm not counting just the screen, I'm counting the entire body. So I think the screen size is wrong. I can also Google it, since that is way easier. And the brand name is very weird, because when I go to Google and only search up Mocell, Mocell, it gives me a cellular genetic algorithm for multi-objective optimization. Something from 2009, so very strange. So I have to give the model number of this phone as well, and boom, there it is. Yeah, on Alibaba they sell this phone as well, and it claims the screen is actually 1.77 inches big. Not 2.4 inches like it says on AliExpress. So, very strange already. And, oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot to mention. Wait, no, I did mention this in the last video, but there's a lot of similar phones. Like, seriously. Like, the specs are identical, the battery size is identical, just the only things that are different are like how the body looks. Seriously, that's what I found the only difference between these phones. Same battery, same camera, just different body. It's like putting all of your computer's parts into a new one, or like putting a like inline 4 engine into a Lamborghini. Like, yeah, it's a Lamborghini, but it's not gonna perform like a Lamborghini. It's gonna perform like a slow Volkswagen or like, you know, Volkswagen Beetle. It's weird because like, yeah, oh, and the ratings aren't even good for it. A phone that's supposed to be better than this one has worse ratings than this phone. That's ironic. But what features does this 15 € phone that's like €2 more than a grocery store phone has? How is this better? Well, I can still buy it. That grocery store phone, I can't buy it anymore. I tried like a year ago. They don't have it in stock anymore. I know the phone's brand name, but I don't know the. Yeah, no, I still don't know the exact model number. So this phone has F1 Race, and it has its own music, and you can set if you want audio and how loud you want that audio. And you go to multimedia, you have a camera, you have image viewer, you have video recorder, you have video player, you have audio player, you have sound recorder, you have FM radio. There's a ton of options. You also have something that phone didn't. Internet service, WhatsApp, Facebook, and 2 SIM toolkits. Why 2 SIM toolkits? Well, it's a dual SIM phone. Whoa. Another thing phones don't have nowadays, headphone jack on the bottom. Sadly, it's been cursed with micro USB on the left. But it's $15. But don't forget that I did buy a €20 used Samsung S9 with a slightly cracked LCD in the bottom left, which performed decent, but the touchscreen started freaking out a little bit after that video. You know, I had to retire that phone. Definitely had to. You have auto call recorder, mobile tracker, which needs a password that I don't have, which is very suspicious. I'm being tracked by the Chinese people. Privacy protector, but password, I don't know the password. I just put 4 zeros, no, wrong password. Blacklist, you can reject numbers. You can blacklist numbers. How many numbers can you blacklist? 20, maybe more, but so far it says only 20, so. You have a torch. A very bright torch. This is brighter than on my phone, but obviously, because like this has a little bulge, you know, just to fit it in. So this one has 2 LEDs. One extremely bright. Look at that. One for when you're recording videos on the back for the camera. That's pretty convenient, honestly. It's very bright. It reaches very far. And it's like it's a cold color. I'm blind. It's a very cold color. It's very good. I'm impressed. $15 and it works better than like a ordinary flashlight you'd buy, you know, for really cheap. It has Bluetooth. You can enable or disable its visibility, or you can just keep it on. I'm just gonna turn it off because I don't need it. When you click on My Device, it shows you all the devices you've connected to. So we have my phone and then my brother's phone. So very cool. And then you can also decide what your name is. Currently it's just the model number of this phone. You can set alarms, which currently are all set default to 12 AM, but they're not enabled luckily, so I won't just get woken up in the middle of the night. Then we have calendar. Only problem, no matter if I remove the battery or not, it just keeps resetting to 2021, first month, first day. So that's convenient, I guess. We have world clock. Look at that. All on my phone. It's very convenient. You have a world clock and you don't even need any internet for this. Jeez, it has it has most popular places, you know, most common, I'd say. Not like my hometown because it's pretty small, you know, so. It also has a calculator. You can cheat in math, you know. Okay, so 55 minus 5 is 50. I didn't know that before, so that's convenient. We have My Files, where you can check out the files on your phone and your memory card. When you go to Tools, we were just there. You have call logs. You can look at your missed calls, dialed calls, received calls, all calls, and you can just delete call logs, and you also have call timers. You know how long how many calls you've had. No, not how many calls you've had, but how long you're on a call in total. Like SIM1 last call length, you know. SIM1 dialed calls length, SIM1 received calls length. Same goes for SIM2. Then you have settings, you know, profiles, dual SIM settings, phone settings, display, security settings, connectivity, and you can just restore those settings to default. You even have messages. You can write messages on this very fun keyboard. You wouldn't mind. It's fine. Typing on this keyboard, yeah, that's easy. You have inbox, currently 0 messages. Well, that makes sense. I didn't really put a SIM in this phone. Don't plan to either. Unless I buy one of those like grocery store SIMs, which I also don't plan to either. I have 0 drafts, 0 outbox messages, 0 sent messages. You can also blacklist messages. And you have SMS settings, memory status. So the SIM can hold the SIM can hold messages or contacts, but I think it's messages. So can SIM2, and the phone can hold 0 out of 100 messages. It can hold 100 messages. That makes sense. This phone only has 32 megabytes of storage and 32 megabytes of RAM. If AliExpress says listing is correct. And you can even save sent messages. Save the sent message. Wow. Nah, no thanks. Contacts, 0. I got 0. Okay. Let me make up a contact. C U C U C. I can't spell. Sorry. M B. Oh, I can't spell more. Okay, so we have cucumber instead of cucumber. Okay, how do I save? How do I? Let me save. Little button? No. Oh wait, no, that's just searching for contacts. Oh, that's. I'm supposed to click on Add New Contact. No thanks. Yeah, phone book settings, aka memory status once again. Games, we've already tried that before. The camera, I'd say, is decent. It's not great, not by any means. It's not good at all. The camera sucks. Let's just get that right away. But if you need like a crappy camera, if you want to take some like spooky little photos, this will do a great job because the quality, even on max, is still horrendous. So if you want to make out whatever is in your picture, just set it to max quality. Seriously, even if you want to make really awful pictures, you might want to know what you actually took a picture of. So image settings, the max size is 640 by 480. The minimum is 128 by 160. And I didn't even mention the worst part. You can set the image quality to low. Currently I have it on good. I have it on max settings, which is lower than this phone's minimum settings allowed. You know, in the default camera app at least. If I were to use a third-party camera app, I'd get worse. But even if the camera pixel quality was the same on these two, this would win. It still has a bigger sensor capable of better photos, even if the resolution was exactly the same. Because you know, this camera is very small. I mean, look at that. It's so small. The actual sensor is tiny. Like my front camera on my phone is bigger. Like not bigger, but like way bigger. 40 megapixels. This is 0.08 megapixels. But I also think that's not true. I think it's 0.03 megapixels, which I commonly see on these types of phones. The Bear phone, the first phone that was like this, the first dumb phone I bought for 13 bucks, the grocery store. I think I bought it 3 times at this screen. The first time I bought it, it was decent actually. I took it to skiing when I was a child. It took decent photos. I even took it to Egypt. Decent photos. Like honestly, it performed decent in the dark. Daytime it performed pretty well. This phone, the colors, honestly the colors are very muted. Like it looks very bluey, very desaturated. It just doesn't work. Like I commonly have to go into camera settings and I have to set the white balance to daylight to make it as as warm as possible. And even then, it just makes it way too warm. It just looks like I turned on some weird filter. Like seriously, look at that. Can you even see that? Here, I took a picture. Wow, that zoomed in. Yeah, I forgot to mention, it zooms in like 5 kilometers. But why does it zoom in so much? Like, that's not a good camera, but jeez. Okay, so the digital zoom, I zoomed in all the way, and I can't even read I can't even read the little text that says Hero 3 Plus. I can't even make out what this is, honestly. I can barely tell. You'd have to tell me what you took a picture of, so I'd know what you actually took a picture of, so I could fill in the pieces with my head. Otherwise I'd be like, oh okay, that looks weird, I don't know what that is. Like, you'd have to tell me. Seriously. I mean, do I like this phone? Do I like this phone? Yes, actually, it's not bad. The flash is probably going to be the most useful part about this phone, and the poor camera quality and mic quality. Actually, the mic quality is decent for 15 bucks. And I found it last night. It's under the number 7 down here. That's where the mic is. No, I don't care about Pinterest. Go away. Let me just pop open the back cover so I can show you what it looks like under the battery. Once again, this battery looks beautiful. Like this blue, I love this type of blue. It's like very welcoming, I say. It's a welcoming blue. Reminds me of the ocean. Pretty cool. So this is how it looks like. I've seen this design so many times. This is the 3rd time I've seen it on a different phone from a different brand. Like seriously, bottom left, boom, that's where the sticker is over some metal. Oh look, SD card on the right. Oh look, SIM, either above it or like way up here. It's so similar. The design, this speaker design looks similar. The camera looks the same. The LED here, actually the LED looks better. I think this LED is actually slightly, yeah, I think the LED on this is actually better than what I usually get. And I think it's dual colors, because like I looked at that LED from here, it was warm, and then I looked at it from here and it was cold. So it's like, it's 2 different colors in one LED. Let's go, baby. Not bad. Then you have this bright LED up here. I haven't had that on a cheap phone yet. So that's a pretty welcome surprise. Headphone jack right in the middle. Right in the middle. They really want you to listen to some music. It's unfortunate that I had to put it on the bottom, but I guess I understand. Because there's no way they would fit it up here. There's a speaker, there's a camera, there's an LED, there's a bigger flash up here. So I guess I understand why they put it on the bottom. And I guess it's easier. Especially since like, if they put the charging plug down here, and the pins for the battery are also like right above it, that could probably increase like the charging speed, because the connectors are so close to each other. Shouldn't it? Yeah, it probably should, yeah. Big brain. Why did I even buy this phone? Honestly, it was for my school. Let me explain. My teacher always was like, hey, started being like, hey, put your phones on desk, on this table, all day. I was like, what, why? Some of you use it during class. None of us use phones during class. Like, come on, man. Don't put us in the same bucket. So the class president brought in like 3 or 4 phones. A Nokia, I think 2 old Samsungs with like a flip-out keyboard. Like slide-out keyboard, not flip-out. And a very old Samsung, I think it was a J3 from 2014, but I'm not sure. I think it was though. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this phone for 15 bucks. I could have went cheaper, but if I went under, if I went 9 euros, the shipping would be 6 euros. I paid the same price, and then I wouldn't have a camera, and it would just be like a knockoff Nokia 3310 in a smaller package. I was like, no. Let's at least try to be original with the design. You know, this isn't too original, considering how it looks like on the inside. Well, not completely on the inside. I might tear it down, because I do have an iFixit kit, and it might work, but I'm worried I'm gonna break this thing, like, too soon. Because I'll plan on using it for the second channel, which is like, what is my second channel? Xerxes! What the hell do I use Xerxes for? Oh, well, it used to be for uploading very long songs. I'm sorry, don't forgive me. But now it's for very bad video quality because spooky, look at this video quality. Oh my god, this video quality fucking sucks. It really does suck. It just sucks. It's not good at all. I don't like this phone. And I do at the same time. It makes no sense. I say one time I love it, and then I say the next time I hate it. But I guess I can't complain for the price. Like, if they were able to stretch the budget like 5 euros more, I bet you they could fit a slightly bigger screen and maybe better keys. But, you know, who knows. I'd honestly love it if they would sacrifice this extra flash. And yes, this extra flash is very convenient. But I would love it if they were to sacrifice it for like a bigger screen or maybe a better like material for the keypad. Like not this glossy plastic. Give me rubber. Give me proper rubber. Even the 13-euro smartphone had rubber keys. This one doesn't. But in all fairness, it did have free shipping from China. You know how far China is? Very far. I couldn't walk there. It's 12,000 kilometers. There's no way I'm walking there. Nah, I'm kidding. There's no way. Even if I had a ton of energy, even if I went very lean, even if I had a ton of money, I probably couldn't walk to China, honestly. Can you even walk to China? Google Maps said I can't walk there. But Jesus Christ, that'd be very hard to do. Like even on a bicycle, and bicycles are problematic too. Like, oh no, my gear stopped working. Oh no, my tire deflated. Oh no, I flew into space. Like, there's so many problems. Like, you want to come pick up this phone? Okay, come to China. No! Do you know how expensive traveling is? Oh. Small problem. It's shockingly easy to remove the keypad. Like the keys on the keypad. Like, way too easy. I just slide my finger in, or well, nail, and boom, I can already take it out almost. It does also have vibration, so ladies, take notes. Phone has vibration, phone is pocketable, and phone won't arouse suspicion. Unless your area is known for drug dealers, then you might have a problem. But yeah, it's good honestly. I'd probably use it as an MP3/MP4 player, but mostly MP3 player. And if I'm ever going, like, no, not swimming. If I'm going on a boat ride, I'd keep this in a safe place on me, but I'd use this a lot for, like, messaging people, even though it's a nightmare. Like, yeah, I could get a cheap, old, water-resistant phone, but I've noticed that sometimes, no matter like how well taken care that phone is, you know, no matter how well taken care it is, that seal can break away on its own. It can just fall apart on its own. That's what happened to me. I had an S9 Plus I bought from my dad's workplace, you know, for $125. It was a steal at that price. There were just like a couple of scratches on the front, barely any on the back. The frame was like not even that badly scratched up. It was not scratched up at all. It was the top end model, 256 gigs of storage, 6 gigs of RAM, and it got killed by water, something it was able to survive back in the day. Back in the day, it survived a chocolate milkshake. Can you believe that? It survived a chocolate milkshake in Egypt. But it couldn't survive normal lake, a normal non-salty lake. Okay, freshwater. Maybe too many people peed in it, I don't know. But anyways, getting back on track, I like this. This is cool. Sorry for dragging this video out as much as I did. Oh boy. I'll try making these videos shorter, I promise. It's not on purpose, because if I made shorter videos, I could do more of them. But making these longer, yeah, you know, that's problematic. So, thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. I will put a link to this phone in the description. Same goes for that original video. I'm gonna go do that now, because that video should get uploaded tomorrow. For me, tomorrow is the 28th, and this video is going up, I think, on the 31st, unless I change something. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please don't be dumb.